Shייך, לפסוק, והארץ, היתה. So this is connected to the verse, and the earth was tohu. B'medrash Rabbah, Parsha Shmos, toch perek beis, daf kuf kaf amud aleph, al pasuk Moshe haya. So Mistama Moshe haya roeh. So Medrash Rabbah about Moshe, davar acher, it says in Medrash another thing, Moshe haya, and Moshe was called Mishikasu bo haya mitukan lakach. Anybody that it says about them that they were, it means that they were prepared for that. That's what from meaning from the beginning. That was the intention for them. Hein ha'adam haya. So too, for example, it says Hein haya ha'adam haya ke'achad mimenu, when he was going to eat from the tree of life. They said the man would be like us. Yodei Tovera, Achol v'chai le'olam. Mitukenes haisa misa levo le'olam. So what does it mean that the ha'adam haya, that he was prepared, that it was proper that death should come to the world? Shenemar v'choshech al pnei tehom, like it says in the beginning, there was darkness upon the depths. Zu hamisa, that's hinting to death. Shemachshich pnei habrios chulu, that darkens the face of the creations. B'noach ksiv tamim haya. By Noach it says that he was complete. So it uses the word haya as well. Mitukan haya legeula ad kan l'shono. So he was also fitting to be redeemed. He was mitukan lekach. V'ishlomar, we can say Ki hamisa nimshach m'olam ha'tohu, that death comes from the world of tohu, like we're talking about here. V'choshech al pnei tehom. Shene'amar b'hem vayimloch v'yamos chulu, that it says about the 7 kings that they became king and they died. I'm sorry. And that's the concept, that he would build worlds and destroy them. So this destruction of the worlds is the concept of death. So the preface before creation, you had these worlds that were destroyed. So the destruction of these worlds is the preface for the concept of death. The Hainu Inyan Zayin Malachin the Tohu, that is the 7 kings of Tohu, Shene'amar b'hem, that it says about them, Vayimloch v'yamos chulu, that they became king and they died. V'ayin mizeh b'haramaz parshas b'chukosai daf kuf yud gimel amud beis b'inyan hatam she'ani chashuv kemeis. Look what it says in the Biur of the Zohar from the Ramaz, why a poor person is considered like they're dead. Mipnei shehu achuz ba'olamos shesham haisa misa sazayin malachin chulu, that is because they are connected to, they are this idea of these worlds, that's where of the 7 where you had the death of the 7 kings of Tohu. So a poor person is tohudik. They're from Tohu. You have this concept of misa by them, and so you have the concept of misa by the poor person. Chulu. That's where you have this concept of lack and death and separation. Because the 3 letters of maves are in Brit Sirasiya. He doesn't explain what word would be in Atzilus then. V'ilana dechaye hu za dat silus the tikun chulu. So that's like the tree of knowledge of good and bad. But the tree of life, that's in Zer Ampin of Atzilus. In general, the Midos have Gidul, and therefore they're compared to something that grows like a tree. The Tikkun Chulu, and it's the concept of Tikkun as opposed to the Oros of Tohu. That's the tree of life, is is life, as opposed to the tree of knowledge with the sin and the sparks that fell from that sin, also of Adam Arishon L'chora, is also the concept of death, as opposed to the tree of life. That's the end of the quote from the Ramaz. Therefore, the concept of death is hinted to, God forbid, and the verse that there is darkness over the depths. That's referring to the three klippos that are from that which fell down from the world of Tohu. Now the main service of a person is to fix the divided worlds, which are B'Yitzir that we have to fix the Tohu that fell down, that it should be like the Tikkun, like the world of Atzilus, or Parshas Beraishis, therefore we can say that this is through the concept of death that happens in the world of Tohu, that from this actually comes the fixing. That you can't have a creation of something from something else unless you first have an ayin in between. The first state of yesh has to go out of existence in order to get to the next one. So the concept of misa then is a preparation for the next level. So for example, the rotting of the seed in the earth, that's when the strength to grow comes into the seed and it can start growing. The seed has to first completely dissolve in the earth before the plant will sprout. Perhaps this is also hinting to the concept of the Tchias HaMesim. You put the people are in the earth and they will sprout out. That their death is a preface to something higher. B'Torah or Parshas V'Yaktel b'Dibur Maschil K'chu Me'itchem Truma V'Ayim Pardes Erech Maves b'Me'ori Ore Os Mem Simlam Gimel Hulei Shlahim Pasuk Ki Azek Maves Ava. Maybe we can also connect this to the verse in Shir HaShirim that love is as strong as death. What does it mean, love is as strong as death? Because the concept of love, this is the positivity to the death, the to'elis that comes from the death, the so to speak love that's in it, I guess. B'Medrash Rabbah, Parshas Va'era, Parshas Dalet, Al Pasuk Vayed Moshe Es Yado, and so the next paragraph, and the Medrash Rabbah from Va'era, that Moshe stretched forth his hand, Al Hashamayim, upon the heavens, Vayihi Choshech Hafelah, and there was deep darkness. Where did this darkness come from? Until the end of the Medrash there, that's what the wicked are like. Shenemar, and it says that their deeds are in darkness. Therefore, the Holy One, blessed be He, covers over them with the depths, which is darkness. Like it says, like it says, the darkness is above the depths of the waters. I guess also hinting to the Egyptians who drowned in the depths. And as well as those who died during the plague of darkness. That they were, so to speak, covered in darkness. That because these people, these wicked people, are dark, are so to speak darkened, the Holy One, blessed be He, brings them down to Sheol, which is also a concept of darkness. Mechase aleim atahom, and covers over them with the depths. Shu choshech, which is darkness. Shenemar vechoshech al pnei tahom, like it says that there's darkness above the depths. So like it says that your righteousness are like the mountains of God. And your judgments are like the depths, the great depths. So the concept of your judgments are like the great depths is this concept of covering them over with the darkness in the depths. Also like the concept of the flood, they covered over the wicked of the generation of Noah. And in Pardes, about darkness, it says that there's 3 kinds of darkness. Bekeser, within Keser, b'zulas shnayim acherim, other than the 2 others, shem echad b'gvura v'echad b'klipos, one in the concept of gvura and one in the concept of klipos. So I guess the concept of Keser is darkness because it's so high. The gvura is the concept of darkness because it's the concept of judgment. And the klipos is the concept of darkness because they're so low. And these different darknesses, the Ramak says, he explained in the Gate of Colors. So in Me'ore Ori says that darkness comes from the Gvuros. Darkness is the 3 letters of the ox, the donkey, the ox, and the dog. Sheshultim b'sigei hagvuros, that rule over the leftovers of the strictnesses. V'zehu tashes choshech, and this is what it means that he places darkness. Vayhi laila in Tehillim Barchi Nafshi Mistama, and he places darkness and it becomes night. When he talks about the different animals, the klipos, kelev amalek ad kanashono, and the concept of the klipos and the dog of Amalek. As is brought in the Medrash Kanashono in Me'ore Or Ein Zor Chilik Beis Truma Daf Kuf Mem Tesof Amad Beis Vain Mashkaz Val Pasuk Vaikra Elokim L'Or Yom V'Lechoshech Kara Laila. But it says that Elokim called the day light, the light day, and the darkness he called night. Ukefia Medrash Rabba Hanal Ke'en Zehu B'Medrash Rabba Parshas Emor Reish Parsha Chav Zayin Yehinom Choshech. Similarly, in Medrash Emor, you have that Gehenom is called darkness. Tichsiv Hidakam Choshech, like it says that their path should be darkness. V'chalak lokos, and slippery v'tohom Choshech, and the depths are darkness. Shnamar v'choshech al pnei tohom, like it says that there's darkness above the depths. V'rashaim Choshech, and the wicked are dark. Shneamar, like it says, V'chaya b'machshach masehem, that their deeds are in darkness. Yishayach avtes yavu choshech v'yichaseu choshech, so darkness should come and cover this darkness of their deeds. Shneamar ki behevel ba v'choshech chilech v'choshech shemo yichuseh kol hasimin vav ad kanashono, like it says that they'd go in darkness, that they come with naught, and they go in darkness, and in darkness their name is covered. And the next paragraph, B'Medrash Rava v'Yakel Reish Parsha Reish Perek Parsha Chamishim Vayas B'Tzalel Es Ha'aron. It says that B'Tzalel made the Aron Hado Dichsiv That the beginning of your words shine and educate the those who are don't know. The fools. That at the time that the Holy One, blessed be He, created His world, it was all water and water. Like it says, like it says, that there was darkness above the water, so everything was, so to speak, water and water. And then Resh Yud Hey Vav Resh Nun Ches Resh Yud Kei Vav Omer. So you have two rabbis. One says Resh Yud Kei Vav Se Omer or Bara Tchila, that he created the light first, and then he created the world. So it says, well, there's darkness. That might seem to imply that the darkness comes first. And then he says, no, he created the light first, and then he created his world. Or you could say, no, the choshech was already al pnei tahom, and then it says the first thing he created was in light. At any rate, and he doesn't elaborate. So that's psacht v'racha yair. That's how he explains the beginning of your words you shined. Meaning to say that the beginning of your words is vayihi or. That's how he explains the pasuk in Tehillim. Next paragraph, Rish Parshas Tazria. Also mistama from the Medrash Rabba V'ruach Elokim B'rachefes al pnei hamayim, that the spirit of Elokim was floating above the water. Zeu ruchu shel melech HaMashiach, that's the spirit of the King Mashiach. Hain mashikazav al pasuk lo yadun ruchi be'adam. Look what it says, that my spirit will not judge in the man. Meaning to say, again, my spirit will not judge a man. It seems to imply Mashiach as well, as is known, that he's going to be the judge, the Murach Vadayin, and so forth. So that's also, when it says the Ruach, it refers to the Ruach Shel Melech Mashiach L'chora. Also in the Pasuk Lo Yodun Ruchi. B'Medrash Rabbah, Parsha Emor, Toch Parsha Lamed Aleph, Taf Reish Aleph, Al Derech B'Inyan, Ksiv, Lama'or, L'Halus Ner Tamid. So in Medrash Rabbah Emor it says about the luminary to lift up a constant light. Rabbi Brachya Omer, Rabbi Brachya says, Hagalgal Hazeh Shel Ayin in Adam Roya Metoch Halavan Shieshbo Ela Metoch Hashachor. So this, what's luminary we're talking about? We're talking about the eye. That this ball of the eye, a person doesn't see from the white part of it, but sees from the black part of it. So he says that darkness is above the water. And then it says that there's the Ruach Elokim above the water. It's comparing the darkness to the Ruach. You have this spirit above the water, this wind above the water that you see that you see from the darkness. And similarly, well, here in the Medrash is talking about the light that's constant. What's giving the light? Well, there's the part of the flame that's dark. So perhaps that's what it's hinting to. I'm Belikuti Torah, Sufti Baramaschil Kinesha Yakino Binyan Yisraenu Ki Ishon Eino. Look what it says there in the Likutei Torah about that he guards him like the darkness of the eye. There in Avoda, it talks about the darkness that a person darkens with bitterness in their soul. Through this it shines the light of your countenance, because that you desire them. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So the Holy One, blessed be He, says, Ma mitoch hashecha barasi lecha ora uleorcha ani tzarich. The Holy One, blessed be He, says, what that I created you, light. I created light for you. Do I need your light? Or I do need your light. Meaning to say that through the darkness comes the light. That Hashem desires righteousness, therefore He greatened the Torah and strengthened it. I'm not 100% sure how he's connecting this, but perhaps to the concept of light. Rabbi Birachia Omar, והארץ היתה תוהו ובוהו, Maxi, what does it say after? That the earth was tohu and vohu. Vayomer Elokim yehi or. It says, Elokim said, let there be light. Vayehi or, and there was light. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So the Holy One, blessed be He, says, Ma mitoch hashecha barasi lecha ora. Just like through darkness I created light through you, uleorcha ani tzarich. And do I need your light? And I need your light. Amar Rabbi Achachulu ukanal. And it says that like the previous. Im kain yesh lefarish enyin. So how do we explain this? Shemitoch hachoshech shemishviras hakeli me'olam hato. That from the breaking of the vessels from the world of Torah, barasi lecha ora, through that I created light for you. Olam hatikun, the world of Tikkun, like he was explaining in the beginning of this, that the concept of darkness is Tohu, and the concept of light is the Tikkun. And look what it says in Zohar Tazriya on the verse, and I saw that there's a greatness to wisdom over foolishness, like the greatness of light over darkness. That the intention is that by purifying the darkness, you have a greater light. And that's like we explained before, that's like the allegory of the eye, that you see specifically through the dark part of the eye, not the white part of the eye. That the birur is through Shem Ban, that through the purification of the sparks, it goes higher than Shema, meaning to say that the Shema is like the Tikkun, the Ban goes down to be Mevarer in the lower Olamos, and the Gilo is from Sag, from the Oros of To. And there, after the Bir shines also Shem Av, the concept of sight. So so how do you explain the concept of the darkness of the eye? It's the concept of Shem Av, which is the concept of Re'iyah of Chachma. Re'iyah of Chachma comes because you shine Shem Sag, which is the Bir from Olam HaTohu, from the darkness, like we said, that the Shviras HaKelim is the darkness. This is what says in Yalkut Micha on the days of, like the days of going out of Egypt. I will show you wonders. I'll show you what I didn't show the Avos. The awesome of praises that He does wonder, and miracles and strength that I'm going to do in the future with the children. Sham Berem is Tav Kuf Nun Tes in the Yalkut. I'm going to show the children wonders. So what's this concept of doing wonders? That's drawing down from Keser, that's called the wonder. And that shines through Chachma, that the same letter is Pella, is also Aleph. I will teach you, which is wisdom, which is the level of Chachma, Sefer HaBechai Parshas B'Shalach, like it says in HaBechai in B'Shalach. So Sim Yurches. Achshav Ne'amar, and now it says that now he does these wonders, these great wonders alone. Shein Bal Hanis Makir Beniso, that the one who receives the miracle does not recognize it. Lasi Lavo Ne'amar, but in the time to come, Ne'amar, it says Arenu Niflos, I'm going to show you the wonders. That is to say, that I'm going to show you this revelation of Keser in a way of seeing through Chachma. I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to guard you with a crown. Surround you with the level of Keser. So this seeing, to see the wonders, also comes from this purification of the darkness. This idea that the earth was tow and bow in darkness. And we can also connect this to the statement we say in davening, that if our eyes shine like the sun and the moon, not like now, that now our own eyes need some light source from somewhere else, from the sun, the moon, to see. But rather our eyes themselves should shine. In the time to come, the eye will not need the light of the sun or the moon, but rather it'll shine on its own. Next paragraph, Medrash Rabbah, Parshas Bechukos Harish, Parsha Lamed Vav, Pasuk Al Daite the Beis Hillel. There it brings the opinion of Beis Hillel, the Amar V'Aretz Nivreis Tchila, that the earth was created first, V'achar Kach Shamayim, and then the heavens. Dichsiv, like it's written, V'Aretz Haisa So Vavohu, that it says that the earth was Toh and Voh. V'Aretz Kfar Nivreis, and so that implies that the earth was already created. So just like there's this idea that the darkness came first. So there's this idea that the earth came first, and then came the heavens. Then this is a similar idea to the concept of the darkness and then the light shining. And so too, you have the earth before the heavens.